Welcome in. We're gonna do an April energy reading. I'm gonna look at a little bit of the astrology and just kind of like some intuitive updates on what's been coming through. So April talks about the beginning of spring, right? It's about initiating something new. This could be new ideas, new relationships, new physical realities, and it's connected to all of the ideas and all of the intelligence. It's connected to spirit and the inner fire that resides within us. And I feel like this is like shifting us not just mentally, but physically as well. So cosmic law says that when we shift on the internal realm, on the thought space, that our physical reality has no choice but to shift. So this is creating new physical realities based on where your mind's at, basically, and experiencing this new outer change. Welcome in. So Aries is the first zodiac, the first sign in the zodiac, and it's symbolic of a new year as well. So you may have seen people posting about Happy New Year, and this is why. So there's this new sense of vitality, this new sense of life. You may be feeling more energized, more inspired. Make sure that you're paying attention to those little bursts of insights or inspirations that come in. Writing them down is really helpful and can inspire you for even more. Hey, Quayla. Hi, Lori. So yeah, making sure that you're writing them down. I get a lot of my insights like when I'm connected with water. So like when I'm in the shower or doing dishes or doing laundry even. So this is, I feel like this energy is about connecting with that pure consciousness within, that life force within, the fire within, right? It's the first fire sign. And then acting on those insights, acting on those inspirations that come in to change your physical reality. I don't know what an emo squirrel is, so I'm not sure how I feel about it. So I'm just going to go through real quick like where we're at planetary, and then I'm just going to touch on a few of them, a few of the important signs or aspects that we have going on right now. So we have Pluto still in Aqua, which remains powerful. It's and what I got when I meditated on it is this sense of new light codes that's coming in, and these new ideas which are requiring us to be really honest with ourselves and getting real about what it is that we want, what it is that we need. And then we've got Mercury, which is the planet of communication and thinking, which enters Taurus tomorrow, April 3rd. And then it's traveling behind Venus in Taurus and then making a square to Pluto in Aqua at 0 degrees. And then it'll be sextiling Saturn at in Pisces at 3 degrees, I believe. So this is like stabilizing these thoughts, these ideas that we've had coming in since the equinox, I feel like. And then we've got the sun, which is what I'm going to really touch on in a moment, in Aries. The sun is about the self, the ego, and Aries is also the self. So I felt like I got a lot that kind of came in for that. But it's like asserting our desires, like what we need to do, right? And then We've got the Libra full moon, which happens on April 6th, and I feel like this is going to be our really, like, the balancing force. I'm going to touch on this a little bit, but it's balancing our moods, right? The moon is your internal structure. It's how you feel. And Libra brings harmony and balance. It's the scales of justice. So that's happening on April 6th. And also with any full moon, we gain clarity, we gain insights, right? Like the shadows that were hidden become brightened. And then we've got Venus in Taurus, which enters Gemini April 10th. I'm not going to touch too much on that one, but it's more of that Taurus energy, which is stabilizing, grounding, earth energy. And then we've got Mars, which is in Cancer, and I feel like that's really making us act on our inner realm, right? Mars is like energy, passion. Cancer is intuitive, psychic. So you could be receiving more gifts at this time. I know my psychic awareness has really expanded, so good time for meditation, as always, pretty much. We've got Jupiter, which is the planet of good fortune and prosperity, also in Aries. And we've got Saturn in Pisces, which stations retrograde not till June 17th. We've got Uranus, obviously still in Taurus, Neptune in Pisces. Chiron is also in Aries, so there's a lot going on in Aries right now. You might want to like check out where your Aries is in your birth chart and look at what house it falls under, because that can really tell you where a lot of this energy is taking place. So we're just going to touch on the sun in Aries quick, and then the Libra full moon. I was going to touch on the eclipse that we have coming up, but that's not until later on in the month, as well as Mercury retrograde, so I think I'm going to do just a completely different video on it. So the sun in Aries, again, it's this theme of springtime. It's when the seeds germinate and then comes this kind of outpouring of energy, of growth. And there may be like a real fiery drive, which is good. Like in my world, at least it's good, because I've been in complete hermit mode for a minute. Like it feels good to kind of have this energy pick up and get a little bit of our energy back. Hi, Molly. Aries will can be like, Aries in general, its will has this kind of aspect that can be full of tension, but also passion, right? There may be a need for independence. You may be like wanting to do shit on your own. And this sign has a very instinctive identity. There's spontaneity in here, and also Aries has a tendency to take a very direct approach. It's the first fire sign and the first sign of the entire zodiac wheel, and it just has this huge theme of self encouragement, self empowerment. And this fire sign can reach out of control, right? Like fire can, if it goes unchecked, it can get out of hand, obviously. So what came to mind was like the thunderstorms and the tornadoes that take place in April as well. So you may want to, keep your, make sure you're keeping yourself in check, especially if like you have any kind of confrontations that come up, anything like that. But there's also this huge sense of strong ambitions and, what's up, Akeem? Strong ambitions and assertiveness come through with this energy. So just be cautious of your assertiveness, because you can, if it becomes too willful, again, you can kind of self-destruct. So, or say shit that you don't really mean, or, offend somebody that you don't really mean to do so. So, on the positive side, this energy brings, a lot of positive energies like strength and feeling strong, feeling enthusiastic, feeling that momentum, feeling that courage, that inner sense of courage. And it's a very forward-looking energy. I feel like Aries aren't very easily discouraged by setbacks, so that is like a positive. And there's this sense of knowing what you want and then having the energy to actually go and get it. So a really good time to get things done, get ideas started, and start taking action on some of those things. Just like I said, beware of how you communicate with others. You might not be like very tactful or considerate. So just watch that. There may be some impulsiveness that comes up, or you or somebody else could be like kind of stubborn. So just things to keep in mind. And then this very powerful full moon that we have in Libra it'll be, so technically it's April 6th, but it's 12:34 in the morning, 1234 Eastern time. So it's technically the night of April 5th, and it's the pink full moon. And this brings a little bit of air to all the fire that we have going on. Sorry, you distracted me. You're about to distract. Oh God. So self-love, I feel like, is a huge theme that the full moon in Libra is bringing in. Again, Libra is this sense of balance, of diplomacy, of harmony, and the scales of justice come to mind, right? And the full moon reveals things. It brings sometimes, you know, crazy conclusions, and it really just shifts us into gear and allows us to gain the understandings and the insights that we need so that we can move forward. So yeah, there's varying themes of balance that will come along with this. Libra's ruled by Venus, which is goddess of love. You could feel a little more beautiful around this full moon, or be like taking steps to kind of like improve your physical beauty, to bring balance. So beauty, balance, and harmony of the inner realm, because we're talking about the moon. So this is your inner landscape. It's bringing balance to your ideas, to your thoughts, to your feelings, to your emotions. And I feel like many of you may find that you have a need or a desire to share something that you've been maybe thinking about or going back and forth about, right? You think of the scales, it's that kind of back and forth energy. So there may be something that comes up that you might want to share. Just keep in mind that energy of the Aries, where, you know, you might share some like a little bit hostile type shit, or something comes out like word vomit, right? See, Libra is outgoing, so you may want to I just really feel like there's this invite to share some of your thoughts, or share some of your inner, you know, most whatever desires, and this could help you to solve some shit. It could help you to, hello, welcome in, could help you to solve some inner battles that have been taking place. On the flip side of that, sometimes Libras can get a little like in their head to where they don't want to share it. So that battle might actually increase if you don't share it. Or what I would recommend is, if you do want to share something and you'll know, just make sure that you kind of like think it over, maybe like run a game plan through in your head, and really consider like what you're gonna say, how you're gonna present yourself, in a way that is solution based, right? So that you can actually solve the issue at hand. This is just a April energy update. There's no rules here. I'm just talking about the upcoming energies, and then afterwards I'll do some free readings for you guys, okay? Let's see. Yeah, so like I was saying, on the flip side, you might like feel like you just don't want to speak about it at all, which it could mess with you, you know. So just keep in mind that closed mouth don't get fed. You know what I mean? There's always a way that you can go about communicating your thoughts or your feelings in a way that is respectful, that is helpful, and solution based. So again, we've got that solar eclipse happening April 19th. I do feel like that's going to be a really powerful energy. I'll touch on that in another video, as well as Mercury retrograde on April 21st. And just a couple more thoughts that came up when I was kind of meditating on this energy. Hey, Erin. Is look at what's opening up for you, and make sure that you're not reacting from the past, right? You can ask yourself, like, is this about right now, or is it coming from a past experience? Am I reacting, or am I, oh my God, that word escapes me. Am I responding, or am I reacting? The full moon, it happens at 12:32, so 34. So technically it is April 6th, but it's the night of the 5th, because it's just crossing over, you know what I mean? It's just after midnight, 34 minutes. Well, depending on where you live, obviously. Yeah, so looking at any unresolved energies that might come up, this is that Mars Cancer kind of energy, where there might be an opportunity where, you know, if depending on where you're at in your conscious journey, it might present itself so that you can look at this like, shit, you might find out, you know, maybe, you know, I'm not really upset about this actual experience. It's actually triggering me from some shit that happened, you know, when I was 5 or some shit. And that's an opportunity where you can shift that energy and reprogram it, decide to have that little inner self-talk where you can, you know, really just go deep within and work it out within. And then you can return to, you know, who you're becoming, you know, who you want to be, and make those choices to react or respond, I should say, based upon that, you know, who you want to be going forward instead of who you were in the past. And if you need to take a moment to tune into, you know, what your truth is right now, what's my truth in this present moment, go ahead and do that and let that guide you forward instead of, you know, operating on these past unconscious programs. All right, so I'm gonna get a collective reading just based on this energy. We got the Justice card that came up, of course. Hello, Libra full moon. And we've got the Chariot. So this is, look, you guys, literally just exactly what I was just talking about. This is movement forward based on the balance that you're implementing. And it's going to be really important that you, hello, welcome in. Thank you for those beautiful hearts you put on the screen. I definitely appreciate you. So this is movement forward with balance, with harmony. And it's being able to really understand your desires and who you are becoming, and what you want to grow into, what you want to do moving forward, or who you want to be moving forward. And, okay, I love this. We got the King of Pentacles. So this is, you know, that energy of growth and creating abundance. Really stepping into your power. This is that Taurus energy. And sorry, I was just gotta switch decks. Yeah, and this is something that's been coming up for a while. That we are being given this opportunity to shape our internal world, so that we can shape our physical reality. So the more that you can gain control of your thoughts and your inner landscape, and direct them, use your will to direct them in a way that is complementary of what you actually want to create, the more that you will start creating that. What up, Mikey? Hey, George. All right, any more messages for the collective? We got the Ace of Cups. You guys, this is bringing in beautiful energies. The past few daily teas that I have done on my, well, I do them on TikTok, but I also do them on I do extended versions on my YouTube channel. They have just been so freaking beautiful. Like, literally, messages of hope and of inspiration and growth. And even though it might not like seem like it, you know, if you're, especially if you're invested in like the media, or you know, all of this kind of chaotic shit that's going on in the world today. It is happening. It's happening through those that are doing this work, those that are taking control of their subconscious mind, and I feel like somebody is like, I can't really make a difference. What does it matter? But you can. Like, it's literally proven scientifically that we do make a difference. Our energy, like, carries out. And the more that you come to this place of healing, and hello, thanks for joining, Tanya. The more that you raise your consciousness, the more that you are literally sending light into the entire planet and shifting everything. So, what's up? We got the 10 of Cups. I'm sorry, the 10 of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. You guys, this is literally creating physical abundance from a place of love, from a place of joy and peacefulness, and this is that new beginning, which is creating. So I feel like we've really been in this energy where we've really upped our faith. Like, we've had to really just trust in the universe, and many of us are, because we're being shown all of these beautiful signs and synchronicities and messages from the divine, this third language, this multidimensional energy that has been showing us. And so many of us know, like, this huge shift is here, and it takes patience, right? It takes you know, time, but it is coming, and those that have been doing the work are going to be very fulfilled long term. And the dope thing about this energy is that not only is it long-term fulfillment, but it's present day fulfillment as well, because in order to manifest this type of shit, you have to be happy in the present moment, right? So it's exciting. It's really divine. I don't know how else to put it. It's absolutely beautiful, the divinity in this world, the magic that exists here, and the power that we hold when we awaken spiritually and realize our power. It's just literally the most beautiful thing. Yes, it is. My God, I'm definitely grateful to be here, and I'm grateful for you all. And we had the Wheel of Fortune that came out, which is this totem of good luck. It's this totem of a new cycle. And many have been healing old karmic cycles, allowing relationships, people, places, things that just haven't been serving us to fall away. And this is the result, right? This is the freaking result right here. New beginnings filled with abundance. And by abundance, yes, it can be material wealth, but also it's like abundance of energy, abundance of joy. It's security. It's literally energy of like leaving a legacy. And so this is impacting not just you, but your entire timeline, your ancestors even. It's literally proven that when we heal ourselves, you know, if you look at like the Human Genome Project, and then we have the Empress, which is Queen of Abundance, Fertility, Growth. But the Human Genome Project did these experiments where they figured out that trauma can go 14 timelines. And so, you know, the understanding in that is that healing can also do the same. So yeah, and I'm hearing energy is so important. Like, literally healing on an energetic level is so downplayed. Like, we're learning about it more now, but the difference that I have seen in some of my clients after doing healing sessions, like their color of their face literally changes. It's just magnificent. And then that lasts. So I do invite all of you guys to, you know, if you haven't given energy healing a shot, to definitely check it out. All right, any more messages for the collective regarding April energies? Thank you guys for hanging out, for all the hearts. I see you. Appreciate you. Let's look at any any difficulties or conflicts that could arise in April. I feel like what I'm getting is that we have really already kind of been through, yeah, we've been through, like, we've been tested, I feel like, this past, you know, few months, even the past few years, but especially, like, the past, like, 6 months, I feel like we've really been tested to, and this comes back full circle to what I was talking about, how our faith has been, like, really, we've really had to, like, have this whole new level of faith. And what I'm getting is that we're just being gifted for this. And those that are still kind of stuck in that energy of worry or doubt or lack or limitation, but yet have been on this path of trying to work it out, like working on bringing their energy back and refocusing their energy to that which they want, instead of, you know, operating on these past conditionings, even if it's like something that is like scary or is like fearful. We can come to an understanding on how that manifested and then do better for next time. Hi, Lynette. But it's really important, I'm hearing, that we bring our energy back and refocus our energy into what we want to manifest, because we've literally manifested things that we don't want from putting too much energy there. So it's like we're being shown just how powerful we are, right? And so now it's time, since we know how powerful we are, where we can shift, we can be very conscious of our thoughts, and just continuing to release anything that that just no longer serves us. What I'm getting now is taking off masks, taking off facades, taking off even like relationships where you feel like you have to put on kind of a persona, or you can't be your best, most authentic self. I feel like some of those relationships could be falling away. With the Page of Cups, I feel like this is an opportunity for new creative gifts, psychic gifts as well. It's energy of like surprises and possibilities. Yeah, this is beautiful energies. I'm completely in love with this. So again, just really doing what you need to do to balance your inner realm, to bring harmony to your inner realm, and to notice and reflect upon you know, any situation that gets you like tense or makes you feel any type of lower vibrational density. You can reflect on that, see if you actually need it, if you can leave it in the past, or what you need to do to move forward, right? What do you need to do to let that shit go and to further get into alignment with what you do actually want to create, instead of staying stuck in that past limitation or story. It's like creating a new story and sticking to it. All right, you guys, I'm gonna actually end the video. I'll come back on and do I'll do a few readings in exchange for YouTube subs, but I do want to end the video now so that I can upload it to YouTube. So thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the messages. I'll see you soon. Bye guys. Love you. Facebook friends, if